guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're going to be having a little look at something different. It's to do with the AI on Assetto Corsa. I've noticed recently, it's been over a good few months since I've noticed it. Basically when the PS4 version came out, I thought the AI was very good. They were aggressive, they'd try overtakes, they would go for moves, they would defend their lines well. But I think something's changed a while back, and I remember seeing a lot of comments on Twitter about being too aggressive, people complaining they were too aggressive, when in my view they were not. They were how they should be. They were competitive, they would attack, they would defend, and they would race hard, and they would actually try and overtake you basically. But now it's like Kunos have basically given to a lot of people, that maybe console players that weren't used to having AI so good. And for me it seems like they've backed down a bit and just, I don't know whether they've slowed them down, or they seem to slowed the AI down on certain tracks, or I mean, I know some tracks are faster than other tracks, but it seems like they're just, the way they behave isn't as good as when the game first came out. For me, I mean, I've got some tests in this video that I've done, and it's quite embarrassing for the developers what the cars will do in this race. When I get to it, showing you guys in a bit, it's really poor. They never used to be like that. I remember when the game first came out, I tested the AI out in different circumstances, and they were good. They would avoid collisions, they'd move out to overtake you, they'd make overtaking moves. Now they just want to follow a train, no overtaking, and they don't even want to basically defend the line or even try and overtake you. You can see, I mean, this is just a race, this is against 100% AI on the Red Bull ring, driving different cars in the GT3 class, just to get an idea of whether it's just certain cars or whether it's just every car within the class that's like it. I know for a fact that some tracks, they are still reasonably competitive. It's not every track you're going to get to where they are just slow. Some tracks they are fast, but they still will just give up an overtaking position. If you even get closer, and they just drive out the way, off the line. They brake mid-corner when they don't need to. They do strange lines around corners. It's just, something has definitely changed. Something's been altered a while back, a few months ago, after everyone complained, and I'll admit, I think it was a lot of console players that complained. I'm not just saying that because I'm on both. I'm always a console player, and when the AI first was on the PS4, I was really complimenting how aggressive they were, and how much fun it was to race them. And I don't think people like the aggression, because the issue, I think, which a lot of people don't realise, is some of the aggression comes from people's driving, the way they drive. If you're on the wrong line, braking too early, braking too late, the AI are gonna probably hit you. It's like if we go online and I'm racing against some slow people, I do have circumstances where I have to massively slam on the brakes. And that's just to avoid accidents, and I have actually hit people in the rear, because if I'm braking on the 100 and someone else is braking on the 150, 200, it's gonna cause trouble because you're not driving to the potential of the track. Now, the AI isn't going to predict that you're going to be braking 100 yards too short, and I don't think that was an issue with the AI, in my opinion. In my opinion, that was an issue with certain people's drive and the way they drove. Fair enough, not everyone is extremely fast on the game, but that's why we have different levels of speed. Like, you have on a percentage guide on PC or on console, you have easy, medium, hard, very hard, and alien. Now, if it's a driving that's, if your driving isn't up to speed, you're going to race it easy AI, but you still want them to put up a fight, not like letting you basically overtake them or not defending the line. And it's definitely, something has changed a few months back. I don't know if it was on patch 1.9 on the PS4, or it might have been a bit before then, I'm not too sure, but they definitely used to race harder than what they do now. And it's disappointing, because I like to test setups out against the 100% AI, or race them just for fun, because not always you're going to be able to get online and find good lobbies, because let's be honest, there's a lot of lobbies and races are not the cleanest, and it's not fun. But this isn't fun either, just basically driving through a train that isn't even that fast. It's not even like, my lap times at this point are way off. They're because I'm driving through the traffic, like 2 seconds off or something like that. And you'll see when I get to it after, when we're a few laps time, when I actually get past them, I literally just pull away from, like, they're not moving. Now, 100% AI, in my view, my idea of 100% AI is AI that stays with the limits of the track near enough. You have to be driving near perfect with a reasonable setup to beat them, and for me, this isn't happening at the moment. Not on this track. Some tracks I need to try other tracks out, but this seems to be a trend on a lot of tracks recently. Spa is really bad as well. Spa is a track they don't have any speed on. It seems a lot of their speed is lost through a rouge where they lift off where they don't need to. Some of the speed is lost through some of the other bends, but at the end, the middle sector and towards the end, they're not too bad. But I'm trying to work out whether it's certain kinds of bends, but I'm going through different tracks, and one of the only tracks I tried a while ago that they were still reasonably okay on was Vale Longer. Now, whether they've been altered on that since, I need to go back and test it, because something just isn't right in my view. The AI should not be 2 seconds slower than what you can drive, not on 100% anyway. I know you're not going to get them driving to the absolute limits of what can be done, that's fair enough, but at least get them a challenge. You shouldn't be able to start from 24th position in my view, racing 100% AI and just drive through the field like they're not moving. It's the way they let you pass as well. I've worked out, if you even within say 3 foot of their car radius going into a corner and you stay, like, you basically just go for that corner, they will lift it and just let you pass instead of fighting you for that corner and defending it. It doesn't seem to happen. Now this car on the left, now he'll basically give up that position there. As soon as I'm literally 2 feet, 3 past him, he gives it up and goes, and then we're well past him. It's really frustrating, and I really want you guys to see what I tested out with the AI, just to show you how bad they are in terms of the lack of aggression and the way they won't overtake. It's really strange. I don't know whether they've put some sort of radius around your car that the AI cannot go near or something, or like deliberately go near. It's like they will do anything to avoid it, whether that means braking down in a straight line. I mean, I did a test going down this straight. I'm driving about 50 miles an hour, leaving probably 2 car lengths on either side, and the AI won't pass me. It's just strange, and it's not right. Not for having the AI on maximum and they're driving like that. See, that Friday basically got out of my way because I put the car up the inside of him. He didn't defend that corner at all there. He just let that corner go. Now, I'm convinced that about 2 months ago I wouldn't have been able to do that overtake, because that AI would have braked later, held the line better and pulled away better. Maybe this track needs more optimization. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest, whether, I mean, I'd need to go to every track to see how optimized they are, but who knows whether they're at the maximum they should be on each track. I know some tracks, like I say, Vale Longer, and other tracks they're reasonable on. Mugello as well, they used to be good on, but I have not been back to that since the alterations to the AI happened, which they definitely did happen, because I just don't understand why they've done what they've done. They've basically made racing against the AI not fun. They don't even overtake each other. If you watch them now, they will not try overtakes on each other. They'll just drive around in a train behind each other, and they won't make any attempts to defend anything or moves to overtake. It's all very much like, it basically feels a bit like what Gran Turismo felt like when it was on like PS3 and PS2 and etc. They used to just drive around in a train, no moves, just following a set routine, a set line. It's strange because they were not like this a couple of months ago, and I don't know if there's plans to alter it. So I don't really follow the forums on Assetto Corsa's website or nothing. I don't go on them, so I'm not too sure. I follow the Twitter, and I've not seen any comments or any. But I've seen some of the they do like the weekly and monthly posts they do. I've not seen any mentions about the AI getting improved, because I mean, it needs to be done though. It's something. Look at the way that Audi on the left, he literally sensed I was about 5 foot away from him and just drove off down the left hand side and give me an opportunity to go around the outside now. And it's really strange. You can see them, they get close and then they back off and then accelerate and then they brake in mid corner. It's really weird. You kind of don't know where to overtake, and I mean, I should not be able to go around the outside there like that, go on the gravel and still be that. It shouldn't happen. He braked on the exit of the corner as well then. Yeah, actually braked on the outside of that corner. There's no reason why he should have been braking there. That corner you do not brake for, and it's baffling. You'll see the difference now. Now we're ahead of the field. Just watch how far we pull ahead and how easily we just pull away. It's like they're not moving. And I understand, yeah, I've got a good setup on this car. It's a nice setup, it's a fast car. You know, I'm not the slowest driver, I'm not the fastest driver though. There are faster out there. There are people out there that are faster than myself. So, you know, it's going to be a case that there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be like, well, what's the point of racing the AI now? I mean, we're nearly down the end of the straight, and look at the gap we've poured to them. We've got a clear space. That is not what should be happening against 100% AI, not in my view anyway. You know, I mean, I'm interested to hear what other people think about this as well. Just the people that maybe aren't as fast, and whether they feel the same. I mean, a lot of people are going to probably think it's better now because they can overtake some of them without any fight being put up against the AI, but in my view that's not enjoyable, that's not a simulation, that's not what this game was made for. This game, in my opinion, was made to create what it should be like in real life. It's a proper simulation, it drives amazingly, it's got amazing physics. It's just such a shame that they had reasonable AI when I first started playing this game. I just don't understand where that's gone, why it's been changed. Maybe they should have had an option to 2 sets of AI. Maybe, I don't know whether that would be possible, whether you could do that, or whether that'd be too much work to do. You know, to keep an option for the older AI for certain people that want that way, to, you know, a challenge, some cars that are going to try and overtake you and you can battle with them, or have an option for other people that don't want that, they just want an easy life and overtaking cars without any effort. I mean, that's an option they could have put in there, maybe to please both sets of people, I don't know. But there's just something that's gone wrong with the AI somewhere, and we'll get to a more in-depth look at it in a minute when I go on to I started a race again and just thought I'd test just how bad they actually are. And I think you'll see what I mean by the radius around your car. It definitely feels to me like there's like an invisible wall that they can't get near or something. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on. It's like they have a set path that they can only drive on, and if going off that line, they just won't do it. It's like they can't go off that line. It's just so strange. I don't know what it is or why it is. Like I say, something needs to be done, and hopefully done sooner rather than later, in my view. I mean, I did want to start doing a custom championship. I did my first race on it, and it was just too easy. It was literally just too easy. It was pointless me doing this custom championship, because I wanted to do a custom championship where I'd be battling for pole, it'd be a close fight, and then the races would be close. But I did my first race 20 laps, won by over 20 seconds, over a second a lap, out qualified them by a second and a half or something like that. And I recorded the race. I just don't really, there's just no point in uploading it because it's just too easy and boring. And I just thought to myself, well, what's the point of having this custom championship feature if the AI just can't live with any sort of speed? You know, a custom championship is not about racing one track, it's about racing maybe 5 to 10 tracks and having a season, like etc., creating a season. I had started it in the Porsche Cup 2017 car, and the first race I did was Imola. That's why I did that setup, and this previous setup that was on my channel, that is. And I just don't understand what the point of me carrying on was, because every track, some tracks are probably going to be better races than others, but still they're not going to fight you for corners. They're not going to basically make an attempt at an overtake, and I don't really want to race 10 races against AI that are just not interesting to race against. So I think what I'll probably end up doing more is a lot more online racing. I've been on, I mean, some of you guys may have seen me online a fair bit. Some races have been good, some races have been not so great. I mean, like I say, I don't like to give up, but if I'm getting bashed around and took out and hit on corners where I do end up just back, I'll admit I do back out sometimes if I know the people I'm racing and it's just plain dirty. If I make the mistake myself, then fair enough, I tend not to back out. But when it's racing against people that are just dirty, then, you know, a lot of people will back out. But one good thing is, from what I've experienced so far on the PC, is the quality of drivers online is a lot higher. And I mean, like, there's a lot more consistently fast people. I've only been on a couple of lobbies because I'm finding it quite hard to find lobbies that actually have what you want to race, for example, and the car you want to race. There's definitely not as much activity on the PC version of Assetto Corsa compared to console. There's a lot more, you know, races you can join on the console. There's a lot more going on. You can always find the race you want to race, whereas on PC it's a bit harder. But hopefully I'll work it out and I'll find some lobbies that are always there with a lot of people in. I can keep racing. I mean, it did go into a couple of lobbies. It was only just a few people in it, and the speeds that people drive on the PC seems to be a lot better in general. I don't know if that's because more more console people, you get a lot of variety, whereas simulation tends to be associated more with PC gamers, so that might be a reason why they seem to be a higher quality on PC. A lot of the better simulation drivers do tend to end up going on the PCs to race. Obviously I still want to race on both. I don't want to just leave console, I want to be racing on PS4 and PC. That's why I've been on PS4 racing online a lot more than anything, to be honest. I've not really been on the PC at all recently. I've done a couple of races, that's all. PS4 I've been on a fair bit racing online, a lot on Red Bull, to be honest, on this track, as I'm a little bit addicted to racing this track at the moment. I really enjoy the track. It's just a really good track for online racing, and it's really easy to get consistency out, I've found anyway. So we finished that race, and I think we ended up, it was quite a clear lead we had, as you can see. We're still waiting for the second place to go over the line now, as you can see in the top right hand corner, just over the line now in second place. So there was quite a big gap that we had built up in just a few laps, and you can see the train that they're driving in now. You obviously have some cars that are slower than other cars, but there's no real overtaking. It's just a continuous train of cars, and it's a bit worrying, especially when you see what I'm about to show you now. So we went back and I let some cars through just to leave like 5 or 6 cars behind myself, just to see how slow they were. Now this is in real time. I'm driving about 40-50 miles per hour, and just look at the attempts they make to overtake me now. They're just literally driving a train. Now they will pull out to the sides and stuff, but some cars are bound to get past. But watch, he should have went down that left end. There was a clear gap, and even now he's basically braking. Now he's gone. He's actually in one of the cars that's made an attempt to get past me. The car on the left there could have easily gone around the outside, but he just decided to hold that position. Now I'm driving there about 30 miles per hour. Why is that car on the left not overtaking me? It's just like they've got some sort of resistance. Look at the brake lights on his car then. When the track was clear ahead, he was braking. Now we've got a car that's going down both sides. We actually got 2 cars past me, but look at the Nissan on the left. I'm staying to that right hand side. Now look at the size of that gap. I'm driving about 40, 50, 60, 70 miles per hour, something like that. Didn't even try and overtake me, and it gets worse, to be honest. Now the Porsche on the right actually manages to get past. He makes a move. Now look how long this Nissan, now the width of the track, and I'm now in the middle. Look at the gap there. He's got clear space down that side, and he's not making any attempt to go past. Look at that. I'm on the left hand side of the track, and the brake lights are on. I really don't know what has happened with the AI on this game, but it's quite worrying that this is happening with 100% AI. I'm literally doing about 20 miles per hour now, just trying to get them to go past me. I'm going slower, thinking just go round me. And the only way they do it is if I pretty much drive to the outside of the track on turn 1 and leave a massive gap, and then he goes, oh, I'll go now. But then the other car behind doesn't even bother going. I mean, this was just a very quick experiment. Didn't really go into depth on it, so there'd probably be a lot worse occurrences of the AI than this. This is what I did for this video, just a very short thing, just to show you how bad they were. Anyway guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. Make sure you leave a like if you like this, and hopefully they can improve things in the future. Anyway, thanks again for watching guys.